I've never seen anything in my life strip fat off of a human being faster than this.
There's always a new trend, a fad, something that people are talking about in the health and fitness industry that is just getting all the buzz and just sounds so magical.
As you go hammer down, your body switches sources. You burn fat at rest, will switch to lean muscle.
I saw this 30-30-30 rule on TikTok about a year ago, and I think it is resurfacing because I recently saw it again. You eat 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up in the morning, followed by 30 minutes of steady state cardiovascular exercise.
Bring your heart rate down to below 135 beats a minute. Do that for a month and watch it eviscerate.
However, beyond those 3 different things, there are no other requirements for the rest of the day, no diet, exercise, whatever variables to factor in. It is just simply the 30-30-30 little, almost like morning routine. Good morning, I just took Duncan out and came back and made my greens. Now I have to go sit in front of the red light and drink my drink. Right now, at this point, this is like my normal morning routine, but it fits the method, so we're gonna continue doing it. It's been 25 minutes since I woke up. Making breakfast right now is like the last thing I want to do. Like I feel like I just opened my eyes. I don't want to like make and eat a whole plate of food, you know? But every morning I make protein coffee that has 30 plus grams of protein, and it doesn't involve me making breakfast and eating a whole meal, but it still allows me to get ahead on my protein and enjoy my coffee. And it fits perfectly within the 30-30-30 method. Amazing, let's do it. Caramel latte protein powder, which has 23 grams of protein, and high protein milk, which has 13 grams of protein per cup. Normally I would do a full cup, but I am running low on this. We have over half a cup, so this is around 7 grams of protein. And 1 full scoop here. 7 plus 23 is exactly 30. Froth it together. Mix it all up. And we will brew a double shot. It is so good. To be honest, I would prefer a little bit more milk. I just literally am out. I have a grocery pickup at 11 today. It just would make it a little bit thinner, and it would get me over 30 grams of protein, which is great. But a lot of typical breakfast foods won't get you 30 grams of protein or won't get you like a lot of protein. And what I do really like about this method is getting ahead on your protein is such a smart thing to do for the day. Having a high protein diet is so good for you. So this is truly my tried and true. I've been having this every single morning for about a year, and it just really helps because when I wake up in the morning, like I want coffee, right? I also want to get ahead on my protein. So it's just like the perfect recipe. I have been talking about protein coffee in so many videos for the past year because I'm just so passionate about it. I think it's like the perfect method, and you know, it is 30-30-30 method compliant. And it's tasty, and having protein with your caffeine is smart. Now I'm gonna go eat this and enjoy it, and we'll get ready for our next activity. 30 grams of protein is down. Time for our next and final activity of the 30-30-30 rule. I do work out every day, but usually not till about 9 a.m. and I start with strength training, and then I usually do some walking after, so this part is a little different to my routine. It is time to do 30 minutes of cardio. We're just gonna do some walking. I'm really hoping there is a treadmill open because it is still before the workday, so I'm assuming there's gonna be people in there working out before the workday. Getting a solid half an hour of movement in to start your day is gonna make you feel good, you know? And then paired with protein, like, it's just gonna make you feel good. Better yet, add some hydration in there. I feel like those are just like 3 key ingredients, a little trifecta that's gonna make you feel good. In the morning to start your day, of course, but honestly, really any time of day too. So I do feel good, not gonna lie. I feel like ready to start the day. I feel like my stomach feels good, like I don't feel bloated. I just feel good. Tim Ferriss wrote a book called The 4-Hour Body, explaining this phenomenon, and some of the information in that book, to my knowledge, seems a little bit outdated today. However, on TikTok, a guy named Gary Brecka is the one who's kind of popularizing the 30-30-30 rule. First off, it sounds great, right? It is very simple, clear steps, and who doesn't want to like decrease a little bit of fat on their body, right? The main attraction that Gary Brecka says is, I've never seen something strip fat right off the body just like this. And like just the sound of it, you know, like 30-30-30, it sounds cool and catchy and kind of fun. Also keep in mind, challenges and things like that, you know, for example, maybe doing the 30-30-30 for 30 days are fun to follow, they're fun to do. They can help you, you know, when you kind of have a goal, like, okay, I want to do this for 30 days, see what happens. And they can keep you accountable, you know, wanting to do something consistently every day for 30 days. And if it's something that you can stick to, you know, it might give you results, which is great. There's nothing wrong with following like a challenge or something like that. But let's break it down. Is this like the new thing? Is it worth it? What's going on? Eating 30 grams of protein in the morning, great. It helps you get a head start on your protein intake for the day. If you're not new here, you know that I do my protein coffee every single morning. It makes you put effort into actually getting in protein too. If you think about it, like a lot of breakfast foods that you may initially reach for, or just well-known breakfast foods like toast or cereal, even fruit, a lot of that isn't, you know, doesn't involve much protein. So sometimes it just takes a little bit of effort to actually start your day with protein. And even, you know, if you have eggs, well, one egg is like 5 to 6 grams. So if you have 2 eggs, well, you still need to triple that in order to get like a good serving of protein in a meal. And you certainly can get 30 grams of protein in at each meal. And for breakfast, if you try, you just do have to put the effort in. And it's nice that this challenge kind of reminds you like, hey, put the effort in, get in 30 grams of protein for breakfast. Protein helps you build muscle. It helps you lose fat. It's the most satiating thing as well. So not only can that kind of help you make better food decisions throughout the day, but it can also, you know, sustain you and allow you to, you know, get to work or get to whatever you're doing right in the morning and focus, or sustain you throughout the gym, you know, whatever you're doing, having a nice satisfied stomach just helps you. You know, it's a good thing to have. And no matter what your goals are with your health, your fitness, your physique, whatever, having a good amount of protein is just great. It's gonna benefit you. It's great for aging. It's just great. Now, eating that within 30 minutes of waking up, to me, I mean, the biggest benefit is just that you're getting a head start, right? You know, if you think about it, if you don't eat protein in the morning, you don't start till maybe lunchtime or whatever, then you just have to cram that much more in a smaller time space. Whereas if you get a head start on it in the morning, you have a longer duration to be able to reach your protein goal. So it's really just that it expands the time window that you get to eat the protein, because it really is hard to cram a lot of protein in at once. You would know if you've ever tried, it is really hard because it's so satiating. So the timing of it, I think it really is just that it opens your window. It expands your window and it allows you to consume more protein in the day a little bit easier. I don't think there's anything magical about having it within the first 30 minutes. I mean, some people don't even want food when they wake up. That's why I do the protein coffee. I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to like get to work cooking this high protein breakfast. I just want to like chill and I want caffeine. So protein coffee it is. It's perfect. And a lot of times like timing, you know, people who kind of want something to help them on their journey when they're feeling a little bit like lost or something like that. You know, this almost reminds me of a tactic that you might reach for, you know, like, oh, if I work out at this time of day, will it help me more? Or like if I do this before bedtime or this right when I wake up, you know, I don't know. I just feel like timing matters most for fitting something into your schedule and making it last and, you know, creating a lifestyle that works for you. I don't think there's anything magical specifically about waking up and having protein. It's not like that's gonna randomly build your muscle or randomly like just help you lose fat just because you had protein within 30 minutes of waking up. You know, your body doesn't magically process protein differently within waking hours versus an hour later. And 30 minutes of low intensity cardiovascular exercise is great. If you think about it, if you're someone new to fitness or whatever, and you don't really exercise, but then you start doing the 30-30-30 and you implement 30 minutes of movement every morning, of course you're gonna see results. Of course it's gonna benefit you. And I am a big walker, right? I always believe in getting in your steps, going on walks, whatever. It's always gonna make you feel good, both mentally and physically. Walking which is the activity that I chose to do for a steady state, you know, cardio activity. But walking is not only good for you physically, but it literally is a mood booster. So of course you're gonna feel good. And yeah, maybe you will lose fat off your body, but it all kind of depends on what your routine is and how you're adjusting it. You know, maybe adding a challenge like this into your routine is gonna set you up for success through the rest of your day and in turn really help you in the end. But the magical 30-30-30 isn't necessarily the, you know, end all be all. If you're unfamiliar, steady state cardio is essentially like, you know, an aerobic exercise, and some people refer to it as like a zone 2 cardio. It means that you are able to, you know, maintain a steady pace, a steady intensity for a longer period of time. So walking, for example, maybe cycling, maybe light jogging. And no matter what you choose, cardio, of course, helps you burn calories. It can help you burn fat, but doing it in the morning or, you know, post eating protein, it's not like it changes your body's mode. Steady state cardio is always going to be beneficial for your cardiovascular health, of course, as well. But if you do want significant, long-lasting results, you're going to have to do much more than this, like, little easy like morning routine, you know? However, this challenge is for you, or, you know, maybe you should consider implementing it if you need something to kind of kickstart you and set up your mornings in a way that's going to remind you to make better choices throughout the day. You know, I do really think it is beneficial for that. And maybe that's why I keep seeing it on my TikTok For You page, but it's like, in my opinion, this isn't the magic fat decreaser. It's more of something that's just getting a little bit of buzz because honestly, it sounds too good to be true in the way that it's marketed. And it's not bad, it's not toxic, it's not telling you to restrict anything. Like, it's all good, healthy habits, but implementing this and nothing else may not really do anything for you. There's no harm in trying, but if you see this come across your For You page, think about it and don't get too sucked in and just know like, okay, this is a cool morning routine, but like it's probably not gonna, you know, alone just transform my body if that's what I'm going for. Let me know if you've seen this. I don't know how popular it is on the internet, but like I said, I've seen it before, I'm seeing it again. I don't know, so I wanted to talk about it. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you in my next one.